Benefits of walking in integrity. Number one, you can walk closely with God. Every day of your life, it's you and Jesus. See, when you have a lack of integrity, it creates a divide between you and God. Like Adam and Eve, when they didn't act in integrity, they disobeyed God, they had to go hide themselves. When we live a life where we don't have integrity, then it creates a divide between us and God. Number two, you have a built-in guide. Well, should I do this? Should I do this? You know what? When you live with integrity, you don't have to ask everybody's opinion on everything. You just do what's right. Because it is the thing of integrity. I'm making this decision because integrity is guiding me to make this decision. Number three, you have constant peace in your heart. I read a quote this week that said, "There's no pillow as comfortable as honesty." And when you live a life of integrity, you can sleep so good at night. You don't have to think, man, what lie am I going to have to create tomorrow to reconnect the lie I lied today and the lie I lied from yesterday? And now I got to wake up and now I got to make sure nobody finds me out. No, when you live a life of integrity, you can sleep at night. You don't go to sleep thinking of how you did somebody wrong, or how God knows what you did, and how God knows you cheated, or how God knows you were disobedient, or how God knows you betrayed. No, when you live with integrity, you just go to sleep at night with peace in your heart. And number four, you gain trust, respect, honor, and influence. One day when I'm about 140 years old and I die, thought somebody would say amen. One day, I don't know what they'll say at my funeral. Maybe they'll say I was a good communicator, a preacher. Maybe they'll say I was a soul winner. That'd be a great honor. But I think one of the greatest things anybody could say about a person is they were a man of integrity. They were a woman of integrity. You could trust them. When they told you something, you could trust them. They earned your respect. We gave them honor, and they were a man or woman of influence because they lived their life with impeccable integrity. A Japanese proverb says, "The reputation of 1,000 years may be determined by the conduct of 1 hour." Let me explain what that means. I've known great preachers who could get up behind a podium like this, take a microphone and a Bible, and amaze you with the words God would put in their mouth. Thousands would be saved under their ministry. Officiated weddings, officiated baby dedications, officiated funerals was a major part of people's lives. But whenever you mention their name, the only thing they're known for is that one season of their life they lost integrity. Despite all the good they did, their legacy is that moment they lost integrity. So the reputation of 1,000 years, the way people are going to talk about you after you're long dead and gone, could be formed by 1 hour that you lost integrity. How do we lose integrity? Well, maybe you're going through the bank and the teller gives you too much money. Now, how do you handle that? Do you call somebody and say, "Won't he do it? Look at my God. Look at what he did. Double for my trouble." So look, some of you are like, "Well, I did that. Yes, I actually did that." But see, I remember being a little boy sitting in the back seat, and my dad went through the teller and they gave him his money, and he pulled out, he got on the road, he counted his money, he turned the car around, he went back into the bank, and he took that cash and he went in and said, "Here, it's okay, we all make mistakes, you gave me too much money." And he gave it back to the teller. And that impressed me as a child. My dad's a man of integrity. He didn't take that wasn't his. And so he took it and gave it back. That's integrity. Do you call in sick even though you feel perfectly fine? Just not gonna be able to make it today. I know none of you did that when March Madness started. I don't want to call. I could give an altar call right now and half the men in the room would come to the altar for calling in sick. You weren't sick, you were at BW3s. Pay your bills. Now, number one, don't buy something you can't afford. That's not integrity. Well, I'm believing God for it. Well, believe God for the money to buy it before you buy it. Be a person of integrity. When I was first becoming the pastor, I called every first-time guest and just said, hey, thank you for coming to our church. Can I pray for you? And you would not believe the number of times I would call on the phone and say, hi, is such and such there? No, they don't live here anymore. And I'd say, oh, I'm so sorry. Well, this is Pastor Eric. Pastor Eric, oh, no, this is me. And I'd say, now hold up real quick. Did you just move back in? That was quick. They were avoiding a bill collector. That's not integrity. If you owe a bill, pay it. And if the bill collector calls, then work something out with them that you can pay it back. Be a person of integrity. They didn't put that debt on you. You chose that debt. So just be a person of integrity and pay it back. We're in tax season. Can't lie on your taxes and expect favor on your life. And let me just say this. I want to insert this one just because this is personal for me. Chipotle. So when you get carry out at Chipotle and you go through the line and you order your burrito, and then when you're done, you go over to the condiment bar. That condiment bar is not for you to stock up on your plasticware and your napkins for the next year. That is not Sam's Club. Look how many guilty people there. People ducking, hiding, start running out of church. Well, they put all them forks out there, and well, sometimes it takes 57 forks to eat this burrito. No, it doesn't. Well, I thought they were giving those bottles of hot sauce away. No, they weren't. Can I get an extra bag for napkins? Can I just get a... So why do we do it? It's out there in front of us. Why do we do this? Here's what I've learned. What is convenient often overwhelms what is right. We take the convenient way, but you will never have God's blessing on your life without integrity. Maybe the reason you keep running into problems, maybe the reason you can't get ahead, maybe the reason you don't feel like God ever gives you a break is because your life doesn't have God's blessing on it. And it doesn't have His blessing because you're not living with integrity.